Thank you for listening to our show. For our TikTok, Instagram, or any other social media platform that we are on, please visit incometalkpodcast.com to listen to the full episode. Likewise, if you are interested in our ultimate budget workbook and spreadsheet, please visit the link in this podcast description or visit incometalkpodcast.com. Now on to the show.
Hello and welcome to incometalkpodcast.com Money Matters. I'm DJ Mikey D. For this episode, we're talking about something I think a lot of us need to hear. Improving your financial situation doesn't always require a major life overhaul. You don't have to quit your job, move across the country, or win the lottery. Real, lasting change often comes from small, actionable steps that you can start, right now. So let's get into it. First up, let's talk about boosting your income without waiting for that annual review or hoping for a promotion. I'm talking about the side hustle. Now, I know you're busy, but hear me out. This isn't about working 80-hour weeks. It's about identifying one marketable skill you already have. Maybe you're great at writing, or you can edit videos, or you know your way around a spreadsheet. The key is to treat it like a small business from day one. Set specific hours, maybe just 5 hours a week to start. Use platforms like Upwork or Fiverr to find your first few gigs, and crucially, track every dollar that comes in. That mindset shift from doing a little extra work to running a micro business changes everything. It makes you more professional and helps you see the real potential. Now, alongside that, or maybe even instead of it if you're not ready for a side gig, is upskilling. This is investing in yourself. Look at your industry. What skills are in high demand right now? Is it data analysis, project management, digital marketing? There are so many affordable certificates and focused training programs online. The goal isn't just to collect a certificate, it's to build a small portfolio. Did you take a course on social media ads? Run a mock campaign for a fake product and document the strategy. That portfolio becomes your proof. It's what you can show your current boss to argue for a raise or take to a new employer to land a better paying job. It's making your skills visible and valuable. Okay, so we've looked at bringing more money in. The other side of the equation is just as powerful, stopping money from leaking out. And I'm talking about your recurring costs. How many subscriptions do you have? Streaming services, software, gym memberships you haven't used since January. Let's do an audit. Take 1 hour this weekend, open your bank statement, and list every single monthly and annual charge. Then be ruthless. Cancel what you don't use. For the essentials like your internet, cell phone, or insurance, this is where negotiation comes in. Negotiating bills is a skill, and it's easier than you think. Do a little research first. Find a competitor's price for a similar plan. Then call your provider. Be polite but direct. You can say something like, "Hi, I've been a customer for X years, and I've noticed competitor is offering a similar plan for $20 less. I'd really like to stay with you. Is there any loyalty discount or a lower tier plan you can move me to?" This works for internet, cable, even some insurance and medical bills. The money you save here is pure profit. And here's the critical part. Don't let that saved money just disappear into your daily spending. Reallocate it immediately, send it straight to a high-yield savings account, or use it to buy a tool for your new side business. Which brings me to my favorite tool, automation. Once you've freed up some cash flow from cutting bills or started earning a little extra, you have to protect it. The best way to do that is to make saving and investing completely mindless. Set up an automatic transfer for the day after you get paid, even if it's just $25 or $50. Send it to a separate savings account for an emergency fund. Aim for 1 month's expenses to start. Send another small amount to a low-cost investment account. This does two things. It ensures consistency, which is the engine of wealth building, and it removes temptation. You never see the money, so you never miss it. Your future self will thank you. So how do you start without getting overwhelmed? Try a simple monthly plan. Week 1, the audit. Go through your bills and subscriptions. Make the calls, cancel what you don't need, negotiate what you keep. Week 2, automation. Set up those automatic transfers to savings and investments. Week 3, the side hustle launch. Spend a few hours setting up a profile on a gig platform or outlining your service. Week 4, skill building. Block out 2 hours to research one high-demand skill and sign up for a beginner course. Small, consistent actions. They don't feel like much. in the moment, but they compound. Over 6 months or a year, the difference is staggering. You've increased your income, decreased your outgoings, and put your savings on autopilot, all without a single dramatic life change. That's it for this episode on the Financial Reset. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Pick one small step from today's chat and commit to it this week. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time. Stay tuned in as we discuss preparing for your end-of-year tax preparation strategies right after these messages.
Thank you for listening to our show. We have created the ultimate financial budget workbook and spreadsheet. The template includes various features for managing finances. The template allows customization of the themes and currency. It includes sheets for input data, transactions, monthly budget, calendar, syncing funds, and a debt calculator. To purchase our budgeting workbook and monthly budget spreadsheet, please visit incometalkpodcast.com. That is www.incometalkpodcast.com to download it. Get ahead of the tax game before the new year. For a limited time only, you can purchase it for just $20. So what are you waiting for? Thank you for listening. Now back to the show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to IncomeTalkPodcast.com Money Matters Podcast. I'm DJ Mikey D, and for this episode, we are going to discuss a crucial year-end mission, proactive tax planning. As the calendar winds down, a little organization can seriously reduce surprises, maximize your lawful deductions, and make filing a whole lot smoother. So grab a notepad or just listen along, because this is your concise guide to getting ready before December 31st. All right, let's start at the absolute foundation. You need a clean, verified record system. I know, it sounds boring, but trust me, this is where the magic, or at least the lack of panic, happens. Your first job is to gather your key documents. We're talking W-2s, 1099s, any forms, 1098s for mortgage interest, your brokerage year-end statements, property tax receipts, and your year-end bank statements. Then, you need to reconcile. Open up your bookkeeping software or that spreadsheet you've been meaning to update and make sure your recorded income and expenses match what your bank and statements say. This is about accuracy. And for the love of all things organized, keep digital copies and back them up. Organize your receipts by category and date. Miscellaneous is not a category. Office supplies from October is. Makes retrieval so much easier come filing time. Now, let's talk about one of the most common areas people think about, charitable donations. The timing, documentation, and strategy here are key. A charitable gift is deductible in the year it's paid. So if you want it to count for this tax year, that donation needs to be made by December 31st. No exceptions. For cash donations, you need a bank record, a payroll deduction record, or a written acknowledgement from the charity itself for any single contribution of $250 or more. For non-cash donations, like that old couch you donated, you need a receipt describing the items and their condition. High-value items might even need a qualified appraisal. But here's a pro tip. If your total itemized deductions are hovering near the standard deduction threshold, look into bunching. That's where you combine multiple years' worth of charitable gifts into 1 year to push you over that standard deduction line and get a tax benefit. It's a strategic move worth considering. Switching gears to all you business owners and self-employed folks out there, this time of year is critical for you. You need to review your expenses. Ordinary and necessary business expenses, think supplies, advertising, professional fees, rent, utilities, business insurance, are generally deductible if you can substantiate them. If you use part of your home exclusively and regularly for business, you may qualify for the home office deduction. And track your business mileage. You need a contemporaneous log. That means as it happens, not reconstructed in April. You can deduct either the standard mileage rate or your actual vehicle expenses. Also, look at any equipment purchases. Things like computers or machinery might be deductible under Section 179 or bonus depreciation rules, which can let you accelerate those deductions. And don't forget to review your retirement contributions and make sure your fourth quarter estimated tax payments are on track. It's a lot, but tackling it piece by piece now saves a massive headache later. Beyond charity and business, there are other important items on the checklist. Medical expenses, state and local taxes, the SALT deduction, education expenses, student loan interest, and even energy credits for certain home improvements. Make a list of what might apply to you and see if you need to take any action before the year ends. Let's put this on a practical timeline. Early December? That's now. Reconcile your bookkeeping. Identify deductible expenses you could possibly accelerate or need to incur. By mid-December, aim to make any planned charitable gifts and finalize any payroll changes. In late December, finalize any last-minute business purchases and consider prepaying some deductible expenses if it makes financial sense for you. Then, in early January, be ready to collect all those incoming tax forms from employers, banks, and brokerages. The golden rule through all of this: document everything. The IRS loves contemporaneous records, receipts, logs, acknowledgments. Avoid taking aggressive positions without a solid basis. And for the love of your sanity, if you have complex issues, like a deep dive into itemized deduction strategy, big retirement plan contributions, or depreciation choices, consult a qualified tax professional. Their fee is often a deductible expense and their guidance is priceless. So, to wrap it all up, year-end tax prep is largely about organization, timing, and documentation. Identify the deductible items you can still influence before December 31st, get your records in order, and keep everything clear. A little proactive effort now makes April a much calmer experience. You've got this. Thanks for listening to the Tax Prep Podcast. I'm DJ Mikey D. Until next time, stay organized and plan ahead. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter to get the latest podcast. The link will be in the description of this podcast, or visit incometalkpodcast.com. Thank you for being a fan and follower. Please share the love to someone who can use this useful information. Peace out. Welcome, Income Talk Podcast fans. I've got a quick message for small businesses, nonprofits, and local creators who want to reach more entrepreneurs without breaking the bank. If you've ever thought about advertising on Income Talk Podcast Show, now is the time. For a limited introductory period, we're offering a special rate, just $27 for 6 months of on-air advertising. That's right, $27 to get your message heard by our listeners across the state and around the world for half a year. If you want to test the waters, this is a low-risk way to see how podcast listeners respond to your business. We'll work with you to make the spot sound right, measure basic performance, and make adjustments if you continue after the introductory period. The offer is available through December 31st, 2025, so reserve your spot soon. To get started or ask questions, email our promotions team by visiting incometalkpodcast.com. Click on advertising at the top of the website page. Thanks for supporting local media and for considering Income Talk Podcast to help grow your business. Again, the introductory rate is $27 for 6 months. Offer valid until December 31st, 2025. Reach out today and let's tell your story to the world. That's all for this announcement. Now back to the show.